What actually destroyed the Soprano family? Was it the FBI? Was it rival crews in New York? Was it the violence? No, it was ego. At its core, The Sopranos isn't just a crime story. It's a study of how ego, greed, and the need for control slowly poison every relationship. And no one embodies that better than Tony Soprano, Carmela Soprano, and Christopher Moltisanti. Let's break down how ego, not enemies, destroyed the Soprano family from the inside out. Tony constantly talks about loyalty. He demands respect. He punishes betrayal. But here's the contradiction. Tony's biggest priority isn't loyalty, it's control. Every decision he makes is filtered through one question. Does this make me look weak? He kills people not just because they're threats, but because they insult him. He sabotages relationships when someone shows independence. He destroys anyone who challenges his authority. Take Christopher. Tony claims to see him as a son, but when Christopher starts pursuing screenwriting and sobriety, trying to build something outside the mob, Tony mocks him, undermines him, pulls him back in. Why? Because Christopher growing means Tony loses control. And in the end, when Christopher becomes a liability, Tony chooses power over family. That's ego. Carmela knows who Tony is. She knows how the money is made. She knows the violence behind the lifestyle. She knows the affairs. But she stays. Why? Because ego doesn't just look like aggression. Sometimes it looks like rationalization. Carmela prioritizes status, wealth, and image over moral stability. She tells herself she's trapped. She tells herself she's protecting the kids. But when she has the opportunity to leave, she chooses comfort. Her ego says, I deserve this house. I deserve this lifestyle. I deserve security. And that greed keeps her tied to a collapsing system. Instead of demanding change, she negotiates for a bigger spec house. Stability is sacrificed for luxury. Christopher's ego isn't about control, it's about validation. He wants recognition. He wants respect. He wants to be seen as more than Tony's nephew. But instead of building confidence, he feeds his insecurity with drugs. When he feels disrespected, he explodes. When he feels overlooked, he spirals. When he feels small, he tries to prove himself in destructive ways. He confuses ambition with entitlement. And every time he has a chance to choose growth, sobriety, fatherhood, Hollywood, he lets pride and resentment pull him back in. His ego doesn't just hurt him, it isolates him until the one person he trusted most sees him as disposable. The FBI didn't break them. New York didn't break them. Their own pride did. Ego made Tony choose dominance over connection. Ego made Carmela choose wealth over peace. Ego made Christopher choose validation over growth. And once ego becomes the foundation of a family, collapse is inevitable. The Sopranos isn't just about the mafia. It's about what happens when control matters more than love, pride matters more than loyalty, status matters more than stability. The Soprano family didn't fall because they were criminals. They fell because they couldn't put their egos aside. And that's what makes the story timeless. Because you don't need to be in the mob to destroy your own family. You just need to choose ego over everything else.